don't call it a net. Don't know where my brain's going. Gary, about like you, I didn't do much today, but we did go to church and went to town and ate lunch and went through Walmart and bought some things. So I guess we did do a little, but then I came home and took care of some stuff and took a good nap. So it was a good day. W5KO at WB5HAK. Make one, Dave, then I guess it's to Mike. Over.
Well, all right. WB5HAK in the group. W5KO. Well, good evening, there, Gary and Don, Mike. Good to hear you guys on. I didn't do too much today. I did a little bit. Slept in till about 9 o'clock. I was tired. Still a little bit tired, but not as bad as I was. But anyway, I'll get another good night's rest. I was going to go to the grocery store, but I didn't feel like doing that, so I just went down here to Dollar General and got a couple of things where I could make it through the day. I'll stop at the grocery store tomorrow on the way home and get some stuff. And came home and rested a little bit. Climbed up that tower up there at 40 feet and ran me a new rope. Had to pull my 40 meter delta loop out of the way to get my 75 meter antenna back up, but we got her done. Got it back up and the 40 meter back up. So all the antennas are back up. Hopefully you guys are hearing me. Got a good SWR on it, so didn't mess anything up. It was 1.0 to 1 with 57 ohms at the feed point. I thought that was pretty close. So that's without the tuner or anything, just straight to it. So I guess it's working. But other than that, it was a pretty good day. It was quiet as a mouse out here. A few people out and about this afternoon on the golf cart and that, but I guess they all know I'm back home. Of course, they knew I was back home yesterday when I came in. Had about 3 people showed up in the golf cart and told them I was back, and they said that they had a good New Year's here, had some fireworks and all that, so kind of caught up on what was going on in the neighborhood. I told them I'd been out of town, and they said they was wondering, they thought I was in the hospital. I said, no, I wasn't in no hospital. I was out of town visiting. So anyway, I guess they're all glad I'm back. Kind of fills in the dead spot over here for the neighborhood watching evening. So other than that, all pretty well. Watched the Dallas football game. It was a pretty good game for Dallas. So they're moving up, and maybe they'll have a chance at something this year. We'll see. Anyway, I'll keep it moving. JK5LX in the group now, W5KO.
Yeah, W5KO in the group, KK5LX. Well, I'm glad you all had a good day. Davey, your antenna sounds good over here. I was hearing you fine last night as well. We're not too far off from each other. But I was hearing you good, and hearing you good tonight. Glad you got some stuff done. And Davey and Don, I'm glad you didn't have to do a whole lot. I didn't, not Davey, but Gary and Don. Glad you had a good weekend, and I'm guessing you guys all watched the Cowboys. I'm guessing. I watched part of the Jaguars and the oh heck, who the heck was they playing? Jaguars and dang, I forgot who they played. Oh, the Titans. But the Titans played the spoiler and knocked the Jaguars out of the playoffs. You know, the Jaguars lost, I think, the last 5 games, but last night the Texans beat the Colts, and you know, and the Texans knocked the Colts out, and Pittsburgh won their game against Baltimore, but I'm sure Baltimore rested some players. But yeah, if and a lot kind of hinged on Jacksonville, and if Jacksonville lost, you know, a lot of these teams was in, and if they won, they was out. So, and Tennessee beat them, so I kind of watched part of that. I was in and out in the backyard. I didn't get to work on my 160 antenna, but I made some room for it. Took my Delta loop down. I put my vertical back up, you know, and I set it back for, you know, multi-band, like, you know, 4210. So I can put it on my HF rig for, I can work CW with it and stuff, you know. And got it sitting there with this rig expert. I've got it all hooked up. I've got 40 and 30, and I'm working on 20 meter, getting all the tuning spots set for this Heath Kit tuner. It's all Heath Kit except for the 590 SG Kenwood. I got the Heath Kit amps I got from Davey, and I got a 2040 Heath Kit tuner, and I've got my 590, of course, and I got my other antennas on my other tuner, my Meritron ATR 30. But you know, I checked my loop with today with the. I knew it was really, really close, and I'm just feeding it direct. I mean, I got this all I've got on the tuner. I'm running with the tuner, but I just got the inductive set. I can bypass the tuner, and I've got a good flat expanding wave, you know. And I could do it either way, but I use the tuner that way in case I got to touch it up, you know. But I put that rig expert on it, and I think I'm a 1.2 or whatever right here, and my lowest standing wave is like 1.10. I think I'm like a 1.1 something right there. So I knew I was close, and I guess my Meritron somewhere in the middle of all that started to go wonky on me. But just setting my settings, but I got it back up vertical and took the Delta loop down, so where the Delta loop was hanging, I put my dipole back up, and I'm going to take all that down, put it up just a little bit higher, and start working on that, just making room for it and everything. Walked the dog twice, walked him the first time, and there was some guy at the park, you know, had his dog off leash, and you know, there ain't nothing wrong with that except for in town, you know, there's a leash law, and this dog's kind of reactive and everything, and it's a pretty good dog, it's a bad owner, you know, is what I'd say, but kind of try to go the other way, and it's kind of go the other way when the other one can follow you, you know, so anyway, I finally told the guy, you know, I kind of told him in a mean way, kind of, it wasn't a dang dog park, you know, he's supposed to have a leash out there, and he got mad at me. He could control his dog, and I said, I can control mine too, I've got a leash on it, but next time you can't control yours, I'll control it for you, and went on, you know, so I walked him, and I just took a different path, you know, so I didn't have to keep running into the guy, and I walked him once, and come back, walked him this evening again, you know, it's his normal walk, so he got 2 for 1, I guess, and played with him and all that. So that was our big day, mainly just in and out of the backyard. Well, I'll keep her rolling there. And Davey, I showed the wife the dog the seals and everything. You ought to see him cocking his head sideways. He didn't know what in the world those things was. He could hear them. But anyway, they all like that. KG5CW in the group, KK5LX.
KK5LX in the group, KG5CW. Very good. A very good evening to you, Davey. And good evening, Don. Good to hear you guys. Everybody's got a great signal here tonight. And, yeah, Davey, you're just booming in down here.